y'all. So I'm running errands and also listening to TikTok videos of conservatives giving their review of Barbie. And most of the people who have given reviews have not seen the movie. I do not understand these people whining and giving opinions on something that they haven't seen. This is like these people banning books, and you know that they don't read books. Ugh, it's just like, okay. So I have scrolled the TikTok for you, and I'm going to play some of these ridiculous videos of these people giving opinions and pontificating on videos that they haven't, on movies that they haven't seen. Like I said, it's as ridiculous as book banning, and you don't even read books. So watch these videos, and I will be going to see the Barbie movie later on, and I'll give an actual review after I have seen it. Y'all have a good one. Laugh at these videos. I mean, they're funny to me. I've been giggling the whole time.
Instead of working on legislation that would help the American people, Republicans are doubling down on their war on Barbie. Ted Cruz admits he hasn't even seen the movie, but he is convinced that Barbie is a communist.
Cruz joins me now. So, Senator, did you even see the movie, or did you just see this stupid map?
Yeah, no, I have not seen the movie. I've just seen the stupid map. And I got to say, look, I mean, as you just showed, the map is drawn like in crayons. It's roughly a map of the world, but China, Asia is just this big crayon box. But then right to the east of where China is are the 9 dashes. And to anyone who's not really focused on geopolitics, those lines don't mean anything. But what those lines indicate is the Communist Party of China puts out official maps with those 9 dashes, and they are asserting sovereignty over the entire South China Sea.
Once again, I would like to draw everyone's attention to the real communists of the Barbie movie, Canada. Republicans are claiming that this line means China owns the sea. Well, what about this line, clearly drawn by Canada, claiming an entire territory and country? Who's the real communist here?
You know, the only thing I will say about this, obviously I haven't seen the movie, it's not out yet, but in the preview we see the one character come out and she's holding the high heel and she's holding the Birkenstock and she says, you have to make a choice. You can live in this pink utopia or you have to go to the real world. And I thought it was funny because I'm like, I kind of see like a biblical reference here where the serpent is saying, you can either choose to know all, and she ends up not wanting to, but she chooses that. And I thought, well, I'd like to see how it plays out, because from the perspective of a mom who has 4 girls and having watched many Barbie shows, I just sort of wonder, when she goes to the real world, is it really ugly? Because there are a lot of things that are really ugly that little girls need to understand. And I'm not saying that this is a good thing, but it might just show people that it is nice to have a man who dotes on you and you have a career and you raise your sisters and you're a really strong woman. And perhaps the real world where men are not so great is not so great.
Well, I'm Latina, Tudor, and so I always pick the high heel, never the Birkenstock. So great to have you both on, and thanks for the warning, Peachy. I think it's a lot of parents out there, their kids are excited about the Barbie movie. Thanks for the warning that this is really just another indoctrination vehicle.
Yeah,
both of you.
So typical.
Yeah, so typical, so sad. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, no, but guys,
wait,
there's other dashes.
Who cares?
It's a childlike map in a Barbie. Why would, just explain this to me. Explain this to me. Why would a Barbie movie have a pro-China message in it?
No, it could. Hold
Come
on.
on.
No, hold on. Let me explain. Although you make a great point about the other dashes, which I hadn't considered. Okay, so guys, it's the movies these days, they do have to get past Chinese censors. So Marvel, for example, will not put a devil-like creature that they have in their comics in the movies because China prohibits any representation of a demonic type of character, okay? And they do care about the 1.5 billion or so people in the Chinese market. But ironically, That's because of capitalism, not because of communism. They're like, oh, communist China is making us do this and stuff. But wait a minute, they're making it seem like it's propaganda aimed at young Americans. But as even Ted Cruz acknowledged, nobody hell knows if they don't even know if there's 9 or 8 lines. But certainly no one in the audience knows. It's not like young girls are going to go and be like, oh, I think the Chinese should have the South China Sea.
No, come on,
right?
Come on, guys.
So it's in terms of propaganda, it's perfectly harmless. Although later Ted Cruz brags about how America does propaganda. We'll get to that in a second too. But it's perfectly harmless because literally no one understands what the dashes are. And Anna might be right. They might be making it up entirely.
They're making it up.
Okay.
I counted it. I counted it. There's 8 dashes.
Can you put it back
there
up?
are other dashes. There are other dashes on other parts of the map. This is so stupid. It's
Then what are those
right
dashes?
in front of you, Jesse. It's right in front of you.
What is the propaganda in the dash between South America and North America? What does that represent? There is no such thing over there. So why?
Also China.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, we're just making things up.
So look, I'm needlessly taking it seriously and addressing the point.
And it's kind of driving me crazy.
I hear you. Hold on. I'm going to get back to the absurdity in a second. But when you want to make more money in a movie, and that's why you wanted to go to the Chinese market, you're not doing that because you're communist. You're doing that because you're capitalist. So these guys are attacking capitalism. It's an upside down world. It's a bizarre world. But now that you showed me that, you reminded me of the other dashes, Anna, you're absolutely right. No, why is there a dash between North America and South America? Is that Chilean propaganda? Is that propaganda on behalf of Peru? Okay. What are you talking about? So anyways, guys, the number one point, and believe it or not, there are a lot of points in this absurd story. But the number one point is, why do the Republicans talk about all this stuff? Distraction. Because they don't want you to focus that the only policies they ever pass.
So you watch that approximately 6.5 minutes of ridiculousness, right? Do you feel the same way that I feel about the ridiculousness of these people? I understand people having a differing view of Barbie. I understand having a differing view of a movie. I get it. Art can fall flat for some people. Art is subject to criticism. Some people will like it, some people won't. What I do not get is giving opinions and pushing opinions on people, and you haven't even watched the movie. And the thing is, we know that Fox viewers do not go outside of their bubble to get other opinions. So they are going to take the Fox infotainment anchors and take their opinion as actual opinion. And not that I care, because if these people want to remain in a bubble and not, look at different things because of these Fox infotainment anchors, that is on them. Whatever. Live your life in your bubble. But y'all know that this is ridiculous. I find it to be ridiculous to have such a strong opinion on things and then not see it. Also, what I find ridiculous is them seeing clips and then attributing everything to the Bible. The Bible, which was made before we had running water, when people were goat herders, when we still had people that were dying by the age of 26, and they're still taking messages from today and attributing to that. So that is another reason why I cannot take these people seriously. But y'all go ahead and let me know what you think after seeing that ridiculousness.